Hey, my name is Tyler Boronski. You're watching my YouTube channel where I'm sitting down with recognizable faces in entertainment and the digital space. Today's guests, they both played professional baseball for an extensive period of time, were teammates in the Kansas City Royals organization, and now they're teammates once again, starting this new media production company, MoonBall Media. They are Anthony Seratelli and World Series champion Eric Hosmer. Guys, thanks for taking the time to do this, and congrats on the launch of the new company.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for putting my name before his World Series champion. Once you say that, like, nobody listens anymore. So you got to put it in that order. Thank you.
I got it even better. Anthony, I'll give you the first question. How about that, too?
Right.
So there you go.
Thank you so much.
Anthony, I know you've been doing this for a period of time now. You've been out of the game for roughly a decade, but you started your other company before, Jersey Filmmaker. So you've dove into this space. Eric, I know you recently retired, so you're new to it, but when did content creation first pique your interest in terms of this is something I would want to do when I'm done with baseball?
Man, it's probably closing in on 20 years now, to be honest with you, because it was the second year I was playing. I kind of started feeling my way through this space. I started making videos. We didn't even call it content back then, right? It was just making a video. I was using my little point and shoot.
Warm. Better.
Started figuring some things out and took a liking to trying to do some visual effects. So I'd create a sketch around visual effects, and I'd pull guys like Haas and all the teammates back in the day into these things. And it was something to do in our downtime. So it's making guys fly or jump through walls or do silly things. And everyone loved it, and it was fun for us to do. And it ended up being something I kept doing from my second year of playing through my 10th year of playing. So I kind of went to YouTube University and just did the whole thing. I learned cinematography, audio, editing. I did it all. I didn't know I was going to play 10 years, which was amazing. And obviously it's led me to where I am now. But after my arm started not doing what it used to do, I moved on and jumped quickly into this and fell into the docu space a little bit, the unscripted side of things, telling a lot of sports stories, and built a business around that. So that's what Jersey Filmmaker essentially became, was a service-based production company that we worked with some of the major brands and teams in the league. So in the different leagues, from Fanatics to the Rangers to the Madison Square Garden and the New York Red Bulls. So putting stuff on Apple TV and Showtime and a lot of these major platforms and brands. So very, very proud of what I've done with Jersey Filmmaker, but I felt a little bit of a missing piece over the years, and it was not owning the content and being able to distribute how we'd like it, right? We were providing the service for everybody else. So over the last couple of years, started devising this new plan on how to expand, which took some time and then led us right up to about mid last year. And timing wise, I'd always told Eric, when I figure this out, like when I think there's a good time or have a really good plan, like I'll come to you, but I'm never going to come to you with any sort of business idea until then. And that just felt like the right time. And it happened to be a time he was transitioning. So we joined forces, a pretty easy decision, I think, for both of us. And here we are today.
Eric, what interests you about this space now that you, like I said, recently retired? So you're diving headfirst into this. What interests you about being able to have your own podcast now and just creating content for a living now?
Yeah, I think one of the big things that guys always tell me when they transition post-playing career is if you want to stay involved in the game, you got to find a role within the first year or so of something to stay in the game with, whether that's coaching, whether that's media or any type of thing like that. So just Telly's unique abilities to really bring the stories to camera, to light, to actually fully go through with all that stuff and bringing that vision possible was something that interests me a lot, because I have a lot of fun stories I want to share with people. I've gotten to view the game from an interesting perspective the last couple years especially, so a lot of insight that I would love to share with fans. And from a sports world, I feel like baseball is late to the party when it comes to the player-driven media stuff, and not so much in trying to break news or any type of thing like that, but into the storytelling space, really trying to dig deep into guys' process and their journey, and we feel that we can really help out, reach out to youth. We can entertain some of the older fans that really want to see what goes on behind the scenes with these baseball guys. So we just see so many different angles where this can help a lot of people, and we wanted to bring that to the light.
To that point though, Eric, why is it so important for you to give back and share those lessons? And through this way, through a podcast, talked about in that first episode, lessons like mental toughness and being a team player, being a winner. Why are those important for you to, get those lessons and share your experiences out there?
Yeah, just because, something I've learned over the course of my career is, especially with the mental side, a lot of this stuff has to become a lifestyle. It's not something that you can just try and turn on and off. It's got to really be something that you truly work on, whether it's at, the field work or off the field or away from the field. It's got to become a lifestyle. And, I've had a unique career where in the beginning of my career, I was a highly touted guy, a guy that really just, had a red carpet to the big leagues. There was a lot of praise from a lot of different people, a lot of coaches and that type of thing. And towards the end of my career on the way out, I wasn't, one of the top guys on the totem pole, so to speak. I was, one of the, the role players. And I found in that role, I had a lot of time with other guys on the bench and trying to keep them mentally locked in and ready for when their opportunity came about. So just the journey, it can give you so many different highs and so many different lows, but you never know when your opportunity is going to come about. So that was one thing I truly took a liking to towards the end of my career, was always making sure that these young guys were ready to go when that opportunity came.
I mentioned in the beginning, you guys were teammates on the field. Now you're teammates off the field and with this new business. When you think about maybe the best teammates you've had throughout your career, and now you're kind of trying to form a new team with MoonBall Media and creating and getting new teammates for that, I guess, what are the characteristics that stand out when you think about the best teammates you had, and I guess now the people you want to bring in to be a part of MoonBall Media?
Went to Eric not for many reasons, but one was probably because he was one of my best teammates I've ever had. I mean, Eric's a leader. You saw it on the field. You saw it in his success. You saw it in the team's success. And his character is top notch. He's been one of the guys that's well respected in the league. He said it on the first podcast. One of the things he loves the most is when someone says, "Man, that guy was a great teammate." And I think we both have that sort of vibe and that positivity and wanting a team to grow together. So felt like he would be an amazing partner in this, and I was not even hesitant to even go to him about it. So I think it starts there, and that should filter all the way down. We're going to lead this force like we led teams on the field. So I feel very good that we're going to have a great group of people to put out great content and entertain the masses.
At the end of the day, you just want to have the ability to trust your teammates. You want to have the ability to just trust the person next to you that you're working with, So again, this is something that we've had a lot of time to figure out. When I stopped playing last year around the end of May, June, Telly and I, we got on Zooms once a week from that point on, and we really wanted to acquire the right pieces. And, this is something that at the end of the day, it's something we're choosing to do. Obviously we want to enjoy what we're doing, but at the same time, it's something that we feel that we can reach the baseball community and then eventually other communities, because in a world where everything is so individualized now, and you're getting rated based off of your individual performance in a team sport and a team game, there's ways to simplify that and mentally just, make it a little easier for you when we're talking about that grind and how hard it can be mentally and physically. So we figured if we can get this team right here and telling the stories and sharing our perspective, that hopefully it can hit home with a lot of people, with not only athletes, but people that are, trying to thrive in the business world as well, and, get knocked down with some kind of failure. And, we're trying to get those guys back up and rolling.
Last couple for you guys. What would be maybe some of the biggest compliments you could hear when someone does get a chance to see your guys' content?
We're on the road somewhere and we run into, a young athlete, a young business person, whatever it is, and they bring up one of the episodes and say, "Hey, that story with so-and-so really hit home with me and brought a light to me that I really appreciated." Our first episode, we just had Rachel Balkovic, and my niece is 5 years old, and hearing her just kind of sharing some of what she liked from Rachel and hearing her stories, and Rachel really opening and unlocking a whole new level of dreams for her, has made me feel great, made me feel good. So, hopefully if more of those stories come about, then that's gonna, really let us know what we're doing is something good and we're on the right path.
I think three words pop into my head. If we can be informative, entertaining, and authentic are probably the three things that I'd really, if someone were to come, you wouldn't really say that necessarily to somebody, oh, you're being so informative, entertaining, and authentic. But if they can feel that, if they're watching the show because they're getting something out of it, there's value for them, however that be, whether it's just, a laugh, or whether it's just they get something that, an experience that Haas had and it helps them carry it through their career. But again, as long as it feels like we're doing that from the heart and from a place of pure authenticity, that's all we can do, man. And if people enjoy that and want to watch, I think that's what'll draw the crowd.
I guess last thing, as much as you want to tease, what's coming up for MoonBall Media in terms of, I guess, the future goals, future content on the way? What can people expect?
We're going to have stuff across multiple platforms, I think is the best way to put it. We're going to continue with the podcast. We're actually out here in Arizona as we speak. We're going to be doing, we're shooting 10 to 12 shows so we can get these out weekly for you guys. So a lot of big guests. There's a lot of names out here. So we have a lot of friends in this industry. So we're going to pull them in and chat with them. We're going to be doing the docu-style stuff. That's going to be on the bigger platforms. We're trying to figure out where those are going to land, but we have stories locked up that we're going to be chasing and producing. And then we're going to have our own fast channel as well soon enough. So hopefully mid-year we stand up a fast channel that has a bunch of other leagues and other sports leagues and competitive leagues like outside of the mainstream sports. So not Major League Baseball, but Major League Wiffle Ball is one of our partners, not the NFL, but Women's Football Alliance. So we're really trying to bring another set of eyeballs and audience and distribution to a lot of these other leagues that we're going to hold under our fast channel. So we're going to be living across a multimedia media company. So, and we want to keep it that way and be able to, again, distribute all over the place and find people wherever they want to be reached.
Excited to see it, guys. You guys have a full plate ahead of you coming up. So awesome.
Yeah,
thanks for the time and good luck with all this.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it.